3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's get it. All right, so I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna just do the review for this week. It was a nice week. Took 4 trades. Only one day that we didn't get a trade here. Don't know if you can see those numbers. So let's go see the numbers on TradingView first, and then we can head over to the actual trades. I will just look at the screenshots here, and that should do just fine. Probably go to this day and kind of see what the rest of the session did and yesterday. All right, let's go to trade of it real quick. Let's go check out the numbers here. So let's say this week, boom. So we made a total profit was 696 and losing trades of 452. So we did end up with a profit of 207 minus the trading fees and commissions right there, and these are all the trades that we took, I believe. So let's go look at the account balance history for the week, and right there, so that's Tuesday, that's Wednesday, that's Thursday, that's Friday. I had a potential of making a lot more yesterday, and my mic is mamash. For some reason it brings up today, so I just do this here. And you still do, so you do 19th, funny. And we'll still bring the 20th. A very high potential of making a lot more yesterday, but a little bit of some confusion there. That was the second time I came across that problem, which is pretty much my fault. But plus the market was moving so fast, where when I do the OCO orders, one cancel the other on this thing right here, you can't modify those orders. It's, I don't know, it's, for some reason. And then of course these guys too have that thing where gonna find the see on the left right there where the maximum positions are 3 minis or 9 micros. So I'm thinking that has to do with something. So if I go like 6 micros, so we have, I think it counts everything, like the entry position, which is, let's say, 6 micros, then the stop order, which is 6 micros, and the limit order, which is 6 micros. So I think this rule right here is, I don't know, like, what sense does it make? Give people 3 minis and then only let them have 9 micros. Like, what was the thought behind that? Anyway, so I think what would have happened is maybe I should just look into, or I can still do the OCO orders and then immediately just replace with the manual my orders, kind of, whatever. That makes sense. I don't know why that's saying 100. Anyway, where was I? So that was the week. A loser right there, a winner, which is decent. And okay, so let's go look at the actual trades. Let's go to Monday. So Monday I couldn't find a trade. And as you can see, it was pretty much a consolidation day, so couldn't find a trade. So by the time a trade was forming, it was 1 p.m. and this right here was good, because I came later and the market actually used that. See that we have a high, low, I mean we have how do you look at this, low, high, lower, low, forming that 15-minute breaker right there. Market closes out, we come back, touch that zone, and you can see this candle is printing and it wants to move, and look, that's my 1 minute A plus entry right there. But look at the time, it's 1 p.m. so FundedNext and these prop firms, they will close at 4:10 p.m. EST, so that's 1:10 my time. Otherwise, that's a trade I would have taken. I probably would have protected it instead of the stop loss being that black EMA. I would have had it up here. So let's go see what that day kind of did. Let's go to MNQ, and that was Monday last week. I don't have much time, so data range, and this is a mistake I did here. Monday was the 19th, right? 16th. I think I'm out of music. So this was that day right here. Can I track? There we go. So this is that particular day. Let me fix that music key. Where do we start? That right.
Listen up, parents. Want to start?
Look at that. So that's that retracement right there. It's kind of where I took that picture, that screenshot, and then so that, see this small this bearish candle right there, that would be my entry, and my stop loss would have been just at the top of this EMA right there. And that would have been a scare right there, but we didn't quite touch the EMA. Let me just have it right at that EMA. So if I had it a little bit down, I mean, I would have been stopped out. But if I was to take this trade again, as I said, looking at this time, 1 p.m., that would be something I want to take and just leave alone. So to have my stop loss way up there, I know for a fact that's what I would have done. But if it was tight, it would have taken me out, and we see the market after that just go down the whole of New York, the whole of Asia and London. I mean, and yeah, a good part of London, and then just reverses during New York or during London Open. It is what it is. So let's go check out the second day. So no trade on Monday. I couldn't find anything. So let's go. And I came in to trade in the afternoon for that one. So let's see this one. This one was also an afternoon trade. Let's go check it out. Everything lined up so nicely. But if you look at the 15-minute, this is the one. I didn't take the 15 minutes. So let's go track it. But anyway, this was a 15-minute zone right here on the 1 minute. Everything just lined up. Honestly, I think I didn't take this one because the 15-minute candle had no close for me to confirm this range. As you can see, it's 12, and so after 12, that 11:45 to 12 p.m. candle are closed, and I did get a good entry. So that right there was supposed to be my entry. I don't know what the delay was. Oh yeah, I had to wait for the EMS to cross, and that's why they crossed. So everything's lined up. My stop loss just above the 100, or if there's a relative equal high right there, that's where I'll have my stop loss. And the market just comes and smokes me. And let's go look at the after image, and pretty much it just gets into consolidation. So it's a good thing that I have that, you know, one trade a day, because now here you can easily lose all of your progress. It looks promising, you go in, takes you out. It looks promising, you go in, takes you out, and you're back 10 steps. It sucks, bro. So that one trade a day rule is kind of taking me a long time, but it's also helping with the capital retention. So I like that. So let's go to, this is Wednesday, that was Tuesday, so this is Wednesday, a winning day. Let's go check that out. Again, it's gonna be the same thing. I don't know why I don't have the EMAs here. That sucks. But looking at the 15-minute, this is the zone I kind of did what, pointed out. So pretty much I kind of see these zones easily because I've done it for quite a while. But I mean, the whole thing is just, I want to buy side taken, and then I want to see a break of structure on a 15-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame, and that's how I get my so-called breakers. There's nothing special. So you should have a low, a high, and a low. So once that zone is confirmed by a closure outside of it with a body closure, 15 minute body closure, I want to see a retracement back to that zone, and then now I'll go to my 1 minute and look for my entries, and pretty much that's my strategy right there. Sometimes it really doesn't have to come back. If the EMAs form a good entry without it having to retrace back to the zone, I'll still take that trade. So this was a very what do I call, this was an A+ setup, like what my strategy is really all about. So let's just go to that day, which is the 18th. So we can just see it right here, which is pretty much the next day, right here. So let's get rid of this. Must be from yesterday. I'm gonna group those, and so boom, boom, bingo, there we go. This was just a perfect trade, bro. I remember saying when we were right here that I'd like to see the market go back, because it could easily just keep going without that retracement. I can't take that trade. I just have to watch it go without me, and it's fine because there's always gonna be other trades to play around with. So I already explained that, and that's the entry right there. Look at that, EMAs line up nicely, but there's no zone to trade off of. And then here they line up again nicely. We close with that 15-minute candle, the 11:45 to 12. Again, I like taking trades after 12:15. And then the logic also was where we open with a 12 p.m. candle. Like so many things did align with this trade. So if I'm bearish and I want to buy above the open price, in this case it was that 12-hour candle, my EMA is lined up nicely. That's the trendline break right there as we retrace back to that 50, and as we touch that breaker right there, or that 15-minute time frame point of interest for me. So now we are buying above the open of the 12 p.m. candle, which in this case I'm thinking is gonna end up looking like this, you know, drop away somewhere here. So this trade was a good trade. I mean, all trades are good, but this one just stood out. A lot of things came in played. So boom, my entry was right there, my stop loss up here, and it just descends slowly and slowly and slowly. I decided to take a partial once we go to the sell side, and honestly I got influenced with a comment from Toggle7411. When I got to 50%, he commented and said, hey, take a partial. So that kind of threw me off a little bit. I mean, I was never gonna I mean, he didn't say take a partial, he said break even, but I've seen price come up, take me out, and then go to my way. So that was something that I was already okay to lose. So yeah, that comment kind of threw me off a little bit, but it's all good. I did take a partial right there, and I ended up taking up the rest of the trade somewhere here, which pretty much gave me that 1:2. In this case, secured some profits in case you wanted to turn around. I'd already secured some profits and I broke even. So pretty much I was still thinking that we might get to that, at least half of this. This was a 1 hour fair value gap, 1 hour breakup. But something I've noticed with the news, because there was FOMC news, after that, yep, once it chooses a side, it will just go through, and every resistance, it will go through it, like slowly, like just puncture through. That's just something. So I knew there was a probability that this thing would be punctured, and it was like they just went through it. And what I'm looking at will be this. See, we have a high low and a higher high. That's a breaker right there. So it did give support right here, kind of support right there as well. So I was expecting that we could also see support here and price to retrace and then maybe come down a little bit. So that was a really good place to take a partial. But as you can see, the rest of the day just drops like it's hot. Yep. Anyway, that was our trade. So let's go to the following day, and I already showed you the after, but we can see it from the image here. Kept going down, and I do have two. Okay, my time is up. Boom, boom. All right, let's go to the what is this day? This was Thursday. I don't have an after. So this day was predominantly bullish in my own opinion, but then I'm like, yo, everything just lined up here. And honestly, number one, there's two mistakes here. Two mistakes that I did. I think I was just I don't know. See that we do have a high low and a high kind of. So that up candle, which is I really like when my breakers have a swing high or a swing low. In this case, since it's bullish, I'd have loved to see a swing high, but I didn't see that, bro. So I don't know. I just thought that we will retrace a little bit because of how we had gone. We had dropped the whole night from that FOMC shenanigan. Wait a minute. Yep. I think I came in the morning, so I thought that would keep dropping, but lo and behold. So that's my, I mean, because we had dropped so much, so I thought, yo, this is, we have to let go of some steam. So I wanted to be a part of that, and I thought that would at least get to the high. So I was ready to take some partials right there, but then the market was like, no, we are still going to do what we want to do. And where am I? So the mistake that I did is I didn't wait for a 15-minute candle closure. So this right here, when I was going in, this 15-minute was way up here, so it was really bullish. But I got a rule though, wait for a 15-minute candle closure and then wait for a retracement. If it wants to go without retracing, leave it alone. You can look for another setup up there, because we had this candle to wait for and also this one to wait for once we close above. The other thing is the EMAs 50 just crossed, so the EMAs are just lined up. I need to see a retracement before I enter. So either that was FOMO or I was just too sure that we're gonna keep going up. So that was a mistake trade. And then I realized the mistake when we were in drawdown right about somewhere here. So I should have closed, but then I thought, you know, price sometimes gives you an opportunity to get out. Like it will come back to your open price, to your entry price, which is really hard to come out, because now you know, hey, I think this is it. But most of the time to come back and then come and take your stop loss. It's like it gives you a chance to get out. So I was waiting for that chance, but it never came up. But then again, every time I enter a trade, I'm submitted to losing that trade, whether it, whatever, just I do my best. Wait a minute. So let's do the after picture, because I never took it. Okay. That picture just looks something like this. Doesn't have to be so. You know what? Copy link. Boom. There we go. So I did do some notes here. So I was like, mistake trade, conditions on the 1 minute time frame aligned, not so much, which made me hurry up. No, so that was, so see, when writing these notes in my head, I'm still telling myself, yo, everything had lined up. No, everything had not lined up. It's only the EMAs which lined up, but I needed to see a retracement. So that was a huge mistake trade. 15 minutes, which makes this a mistake trade. Yes. I'm not gonna correct myself because I want to see, you know, that kind of shows me the condition I was in that day, and I'm just gonna have that in a star as well, so no, bro, you are. So let's just add here 1 minute time frame conditions not yet fully met. Not yet met. Yes, I'll just put it like that. All right, so what happened here with these trades is I noticed something which I will reveal later. So I was kind of testing, going in with just one I just do ones, going in with one anyway, going in with one contract, trying to test some things. So I ended up losing a little bit more, but that's okay. That was accounted for. So instead of 155 plus, instead of 156.90, I ended up losing 216, but that's totally fine. So let's look at the last day, which was another mistake trade, which worked. But even though it was a mistake trade, everything lined up. Look at this. This is kind of what I'm looking for. EMAs to line up like it did right there. A retracement back to that 50, forming a trend line and then a break. And you can see I entered here, and within 1, 2, 3, 15 seconds, that's less than a minute, my 1:2 had already been hit. So the issue was I couldn't. There was some confusion. You can go look at that that live that I did yesterday. So contracts had changed, right? So I did the review on the, what's that contract? The MNQH. Was that the March contract or whatever? But we'd already gone to the June contract, right? So I did my review and I'm done. Then I realized, wait. It's 6:30, bro. Look at this thing. MNQH. It's 6:30. So I did a review and I was actually waiting for shorts. And, you know, I mean, I was kind of pleased anyway because we did get shorts though. Look at that. The market did go down, but I was on the wrong contract. So now I do my top-down analysis on the new whatever contract here. But looking at the daily, I'm like, bro, we've already taken out this low. Now looking to the left, I'm not seeing any targets. So if I do enter this trade, where am I going to? So I'm like, bro, and I don't like going into trades blind. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have to, look for one of these levels right here. So let me go to the continuous contract, because then we're gonna have data here. So I go to the continuous contract, and guess what? We hadn't taken out this low right here. See how this one, the low is really deep from this day here. Really, really deep from that price, 24,200. I wonder if that's the same price. Yep, this is 24,013 or 23,999, and this one is 24,200. So, but the day is 9th March, and here too is 9th March. So on the current contract, that low has already been taken. On the continuous contract, that low has not yet been taken. So what I did, I was like, yo, let me do a test entry on this continuous contract. And I did the test entry, and my orders went through. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to trade this. And that low became my target, which and that gave me some clarification, right? So what I did is I went to the 15-minute time frame. And then I'm like, bro, I really can't see a breaker, which is pretty much what I like to trade, right? I can see no breaker. So I'm like, yo, how do I model this trade? I need a reason to enter. So then I noticed that there was this fair value gap here, or a CB, whatever, where the before and the after candle are not touching. That gap right there, those are PD arrays. Market will go there for support and resistance or whatever. So then I'm like, yo, I noticed that we did drive off from that area, and then so I'm like, that's what I'm gonna use as my basis for this entry. So it's good that I noticed that way later, because I would have taken this trade. See it right here on the left, and I don't know, this was the test trade that I wanted to test. So that's why you see I came in and I got out, and apparently it was a good entry, and that would have given me like 1:5, but then it would have come back, it would have taken me out if I had my stop loss at that 100, or even at the high. That would have taken me out. So it's a good thing I saw that delay. That's why I ended up taking this trade. So everything lined up. Once we crossed that trend line like that, man, I was in, and that trade just this is the 15 seconds time frame. Mind you, I'm thinking I'm on the 1 minute. That's why I'm calling it a mistake trade. But in this case, yesterday Thursday's mistake didn't work. Yesterday's mistake for some reason worked. I mean, I've traded the 15 seconds before, but for the purpose of the very little drawdown that I have, I'm not comfortable trading pro-farm with the 15 seconds. But when I do have my own account, this is the time frame I'm gonna just spend my time on, and just be like, yo, we're gonna take more losses, and but we also have a probability of making more at the end of the session. So boom, I took 6 contracts, I think, or took 6 contracts. What does this say? Yeah, I took 6 contracts here, Yeah, that thing just flew by. We're talking 15 seconds, 15 seconds, 15 seconds. I'm like, okay, the way this thing is going down, it might just come back and take me out. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna close 4 contracts, but it wouldn't let me close. Talking about I've exceeded whatever. I think it has to do with that 9 micros thing with FundedNext. So I took my buy limit, or was it a sell limit, up a little bit, so it really didn't close at 1:2. I closed at 1.96. I thought I'd made a lot more, but after, I think I only made 300 on this one, which is still a win. So next time, because what I wanted to do was close 4 contracts and then leave 2 running, so break even of course, and leave 2 running to target this old daily low here. And man, if I did that, I would have made a whole lot yesterday. So I got confused. The market was moving so fast. So what I should have done is just put my own entries, like put my got rid of the one that I had here, which is the 6 buy limit, and then just put mine, which is 4. So that would have taken care of that problem, I believe. Yeah, should have. So next time we're still gonna use the OCO entries from TradingView, but we'll just use them for entries, and then once we're in, we just replace them with the manual ones here, which seems to work well, or I think so. So next time, just take out that 6 buy limit entry order and just put yours, which is 4. That should take care. We should be within that limit that FundedNext wants us to stay in. And then what happened next, bro? I didn't take a picture, but let's go do one right now. It travels beautifully to that old daily low right there. So I would have made I would have made a killing here. So yeah, but it's all good. It's a good problem to have. So this should be grouped, but they're not. I need to take that picture. Let's just go to the 15 seconds if that's what I did, bro. But we should not do that again. So let's get rid of the data range. And pretty much that's the end of my review here. I need that short position. Where is it? Yep, there we go. And we can do that. Let me make this bigger so I can see the trade that I took and what happened after, which is amazing. I like to see, since it's after, I like to see from the beginning of the session. It's too small, who cares though, but there we go. You can see our trade was right there. You can pretty much see from a macro view what happened. Copy, and there we go. So that's how we ended up with a 200 profit for the week. It might look like it's not a lot, but once you start scaling and you have like 5 of these accounts, that's $1,000 right there. And you just keep scaling, go to another pro farm, you have some 5 more, that's 2,000. So this right here is good. Like you ended the week with profit. Now this one, $900 and you have a couple of accounts. Ooh. Anyway, we'll just keep going slow and we'll get there soon. So we are now 1269. We are $1,741 away, $1,741 away. So we are just going near to that $53,000 goal. And even when we get there, we still have to create a buffer of 2,100, because we can only withdraw what's above 2,100. Then we have 5 chances to withdraw, and then this account is done with. And every withdrawal has a maximum of 1,250. And then the last, which is the 5th withdrawal, I think it's the 5th, not the 4th, the 5th, you can withdraw I think 7,700, which includes the 2,100 buffer. So I think this was a good this is a nice way to kind of, when you have what happened here, bro? when you have a strategy and you want to test it, just take it live. Buy one of these accounts. This is only $99. If you can afford that, take it for a ride and then take your time. We're not in a hurry to finish. We are perfecting this strategy, perfecting ourselves to how we look at this market and what we are learning about ourselves and about the strategy, getting more comfortable with the losses, knowing that the wins will take care, because we have a 1:2 whatever 1:2 RR. You can see we can have many losses, but then when we win, it's kind of, you know, taking care of business itself. So you kind of see this other side of not wanting to win all the time. And then we're seeing the power of just one trade a day, because a bad day can wipe out all your progress. So it's 6 weeks. It's a lot to a lot of people, but for me, man, this is the happiest I've ever been in my trading life. I'm not gonna lie. So we're just gonna go. If it takes us the whole year, we don't care. We're gonna go move slowly and just trade like professionals, the professionals that we are, street professionals. Anyway, I'm good, and I'll see you guys. I am not gonna be able to do a review, a back test. I would love to, but I can't. Maybe I can do it tomorrow in the morning, but I have to be somewhere else this afternoon. These bills don't pay themselves. In the meantime, before this trading starts paying, we have to do what we have to do. But I'm very skeptical. I'm very hopeful for this, and yeah, let's get it finished. Should be able to package this where other people can just come and benefit, write down the strategy and just put it out there for whoever wants to benefit from it. And it's gonna be free. I'll just give it out. But of course, if you want to consult. Anyway, yo, I'm out, and I'll see you on the next one. Do have a good weekend wherever you are. Good night or good morning, and God bless you all. So the closest scripture right there: to the only God, our Savior, through Jesus Christ our Lord, be majesty, through Jesus Christ our Lord, be glory, majesty, dominion, and authority, before all time and now and forevermore. May the peace of God be with you all, and I'll see you on the next one. Gotta look for that music-y, that boom boom boom. Where you at? Come here. Oh, advertisement. It's messing up my outro.
What? Is that even possible?
And I am out, and I'll see you in the next one. Myra Capital, and I'm out. Peace.